Alright, let's hunt down Shakan.
No activities for you. You'll have to settle down for a while.
It's a while.
Don't get so excited.
Me?
Hey.
I mean, you did just get shot, literally.
Someone, anyway, alright, someone's called Sigurd. Or some news or not. Alright. Please tell Mason will be here for a while longer.
All I said was I wanted pepperoni on my pizzas. Okay.
We heard from our units in Bledavik. Things are unfolding smoothly. They have entered the castle. They are investigating Shakan's private room on the top floor of the castle. Let me just tell you what they found is not pretty. One more thing. Indras is on station nearby and has picked up several gears on dock. Most certainly. Those gears went to the capital, then turned and came back towards us.
I'll do it. Shakan! There you go.
So things weren't looking too good and ran away.
Yeah, but it sounds like he's coming back here.
For some reason. What's here? About
Here is
that.
where you are.
The info from the capital. Isn't there a gate in the area? A gate?
Not a gate.
Yes,
A hyphen gate hyphen. Where?
Fenced in.
Directly west of Nisan. Remember, it's a term that the Solaris uses for one of their
Oh,
generators.
I know, Teo. It's just that it reminds me of the brackets in 8. Alright.
Yeah, it's actually the way the, Richard decided to stylize important key terms. I think it's mentioned in that interview that I linked in Part 0. Anyway, found evidence that there is some large building inside that cave. Shakan is heading for there.
And the music is nowhere to be found.
What's he doing?
Trying to find the music.
I guess we'll have to go and see.
Okay.
From the same, ladies and gentlemen, from the same composer who brought
There it is. I'll wait here for the info from the capital.
Yeah, that was a weirdly quiet
A
scene
gate!
there.
Of course I would like to actually see it. But this time I'll pass.
Why, Cheaton?
There are
He might
two...
actually be helpful if
Well,
he can.
well, there are 2 more left. And besides, just in case things do not go well, it might be better if we stay here and protect Marjorie.
Got it. I'll leave the rest to you.
Ha, see...
Do while everybody's away.
Hey, hey, you don't want anything bad to happen to Marjorie, do you? Come on, guys. Someone has to stay behind and protect her.
Is that a threat?
Do it.
I want to see the gate's true shape. Let me come too.
Yes.
Yes.
Again, at least arrows will be very important for this fight.
Okay.
I want to see the
Sorry.
gate. I want to see it say the Ethos is controlling 2 of the free gates. Will you take me along too?
Sorry, Billy. Keep polishing your guns for later.
Then why did you even bother to talk to me?
Although,
Actually, I would also like to see it. May I come along? I put myself to get in the way. Exchange with me?
Wait.
Wow.
You know what, Cheaton? You decided you stay on the front.
Hell is your problem?
Wait. Okay, Tio, I'm curious. Is this another case where even if you said yes, he would have been backed out of it at the last minute going zig, zig?
No. Again, for story-wise, he mentions that he doesn't want to, but then if you talk to him, you can actually recruit him.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the line before we talk to him again was a mistranslation, because I can't see Takahashi making such a big oversight there.
It could have
It's
been
not like I want to see the gate or anything.
Also,
Okay.
true. You stay in the bench for now too.
I'm actually
Sure,
going to
be
be...
certain if the gate's too fun. Gonna change?
Yeah, sorry, Maria. You too. Go ahead, Trevor.
Well,
I'm
fuck you
actually
too.
going to give Richard some benefit of the doubt here and say that the original writer could have easily flubbed that, or for all we know, that has to do with some cut content that they didn't think to remove at the last minute.
You
or
have to remember
something.
that what we just mentioned in the recap, Bledavik was recaptured off screen.
Yeah, so honestly, I could believe that by mistake that was a line that they left in or something. I mean, it still fuels our headcanon that Cheetan at this point is just the ultimate of all trolls. At
They're
this point.
survivors for the last battle. Essentially, this is your appetizer before Shakan, a small fight with 2 of the Evil's gears. But, well, I don't know. Well, there are reasons for what Cheetan is doing, trust me on that. But But again, in this case, it was just. Again, I get the idea that he wanted to just, potentially tell the player maybe Chitlin is not the best suited for this fight if you want. And to be fair, they're not wrong. Gear-wise, Cheetah is not as awesome as he is on foot. He's still good enough, but not as much as he is on foot. There are better options, to replace him with.
I suppose that was supposedly their way of trying to balance him out, I guess?
Potentially. But I can explain this more later anyway.
Although trying to balance him out with that really doesn't seem to do much when you can pretty much just swap on the fly when you know ahead of time there's going to be mech section or on foot section.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, again, that was just the appetizer, so we can actually get to Shakan with this. Your equipment is not really dependent on this fight in a sense of the accessories. Again, as a general rule of thumb, full and pump, just, update your gears as much as you can, when it comes to the core parts, because those are the ones that are important to win the fight. But when it comes to the accessories, it only depends to some specific, fights. In this case, you're good to go for the most part for one simple ruling, but it will become very apparent once the fight starts.
Can we merge the mechs together into a Megazord?
Keep that thought for... I think it's 10 parts potentially from now, 10 or 15. Ooh. It's not the way you think, trust me.
Little ever is in this game.
Keeping always on your toes, Jova.
Yeah.
This is the gate generator? It's so underwhelming.
So tiny.
It's so loud, though.
Loud.
Maybe they thought with the loud noise it wouldn't matter size.
I don't hear anything.
That is, it's like that
tuned
Simpsons
it
guy
out,
with
I
the
see.
THX logo.
Punk. Not only was he sitting on the Ave throne, he also controlled this.
And there he is. I still don't know what the name of his gear is. Go ahead, Lives.
Exactly. To think you knew about the existence of the gate. Very interesting. The gate which divided Solaris from the Earth was under the supervision of the Ethos. In the beginning, it was supervised without any true knowledge of what it did. However, over the years, the Ethos did their own experiments to reveal its true nature. They learned how to use it. For the sake of freeing ourselves from Solaris, we discovered a new way of using it.
And yet you're working with Solaris.
By connecting directly to it and using it as a source of energy.
Simple. He's Mephiles, and that's Iblis, and they're forming Solaris.
I love green wavy food.
You! This was your original intention.
He probably entered through this cavern. He
No
just wanted the
doubt,
energy from the gate generator.
You're
No
really
doubt,
slow at this,
eh?
aren't you? You're really slow at this,
I
aren't you?
learned something today.
Yes, very good, Faye.
Something's not right.
You think
Thank
so?
you for pointing out that, Ellie.
This can't be!
It's
This is
a fake.
ridiculous! This thing should be able to pull an adequate amount of energy from the gates! There should not have been any problems in the design! Why?
Take that, evil Xian.
Why doesn't it? Why doesn't
What an
the
idiot.
cannon fire?
I knew you were gonna
What?
say.
Did you mess up? If my father knew I was set up by a jerk like this, he'd turn in his grave.
I didn't need this anyway! I'll
Cool.
take you myself!
Yeah, that is some major coke in there.
Do you not desire the power?
Oh no, not you again!
It's a
Show
running gag at
yourself.
this point.
What? Who?
Darth Vader! Him again?
How did he get in here?
Don't worry about it.
The door.
I read the script. I am Graf, the seeker of power, doth thou desire the power?
Of course I fucking do. Did you not see me trying to absorb power? What kind of power? I have the power of the gate, as long as I get this machine to move!
Your powers are merely superficial, the tools in which you produced with your immature intellect.
Immature?
Now, do you think you can win?
What are you saying? Superficial power?
The meager efforts of you land dwellers are insignificant next to the true and only power of the Force. Yes.
Yes.
Oh
I
my
shall
god.
endow you with my true powers.
But I want the other power!
My god, his mech even has snake eyes.
My fist is the divine breath.
Tia, I'm going to ruin this character for you.
Blossom, O fallen seed, and draw upon thy hidden powers. Grant unto thee the power of the glorious Mother of Destruction.
My god, are you still talking? I could just...
Yes,
Yes.
it's a Power Rangers routine at this point. And again, as usual, Graf will actually not intervene in this part. He's just there to power up the boss for it.
So what did he do?
Let me tell you. Again, Shakan loves to just be connected to this, so be careful, guys, because he can counterattack every single thing that you throw at him, and he can actually deal quite enough damage, when he actually manages to counterattack. There's just one tiny problem, one small misstep that Shakan, fall through. When he's connected, he cannot move to counterattack you.
You've just been granted amazing power, and yet you still insist on trying to connect to the damn.
Here's how the
that
real
didn't
fight
work
works.
for you.
So basically-
Shakan is just there to be pummeled. This is compensated by having some high defense and occasionally absorb the energy to recover some health like that. But you can easily deplete that, more than you can recover. Occasionally, he will actually also fire a relatively powerful ether attack. But that's nothing that can seriously damage you. And then, if he actually manages to detach, then he will start actually dealing damage. But thanks to Ellie's arrows, this fight is basically over because before he can even start.
So basically what you're telling me...
This guy's some big
This is the
power, and
Palmer
he's
fight.
defeated because he really just wants to use the power that he planned all these years to use, and all that gives him is a glorified mini heal.
All he needed was a longer extension cable.
So basically what you're telling me is phenomenal cosmic powers, itty bitty living space.
Kinda.
Just replace itty bitty leaving space with teeny tiny power cord.
Yeah, basically.
Also,
Yes, sorry.
every time I see Grolf and I see his mask, it always looks like he's making a pog.
You already mentioned the first time he actually showed up.
I did. That was a while ago.
It
Hardcore.
This
has-
boss isn't very
Can
poggers,
you?
though.
That was like 35 plus parts ago.
Yeah.
It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
38 R specifically.
Occasionally he will throw again this Ignis Storm, a fire for attack, but again, the damage that it does, as you can see, is very easy to tank, especially with the amount of damage that you can despite this piece easy.
So, Graf, does this say more about him or more about you if your supposed power boost just gets us this?
Yes.
Honestly, this might actually be some straight-up humiliation for Graf, because I get the feeling even he didn't plan for this to
I'm
happen.
pretty sure he's just having a laugh as well and wants to go through full theatrical.
There, you're dead now.
Don't worry, he's gonna have his last words because,
Oh!
Oh boy, last words. Oh boy, here we go.
Usually when we finish off these guys in the mech, that's usually all it for them, so this is a nice change of pace.
Thunder has some last words.
This can't be!
You did half the work for us, dingus. Shakan! 12 years ago, if you weren't so hungry for power, Margie would still have her family, and wouldn't have had to live out in the desert.
I can't hear you over my ship blowing up. What would you know, you throne-born brats?
I know not to accord myself to the point where I can't move my mech. The king's gotta carry the heaviest responsibilities of all. It's a tough racket. Something you'll never understand, punk. Now go for the discharge.
You know, you guys should probably escape.
No,
wait,
you see the body. The gate's on fire.
It's falling apart. We need to get out.
Thanks, guys. I wouldn't have been able to figure that out with you two here by myself.
This entire
You're
again,
kinda-
yes, of course. Killing the boss somehow causes the entire fortress to collapse.
To be fair, in this it makes sense. He was literally connected to the gate and sucked away the energy from it.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just abandoning him
Bye.
there. Bye. To be
Yeah,
fair,
why should we help him?
to be fair, Shakan fully deserves it for
He
all the shit that he
I mean,
caused to Bart and Margie.
do we get to see the explosion?
Not from the inside, actually. Every time we blow up a gate, we will see actually what the effect is on the surface.
By the way, I'm your fuck.
And now a
Really,
moment of silence for Shakan's stupidity.
Really, Shakan, you're gonna go with that cliche.
And nothing of humanity was lost.
Except
Yeah,
Margie's family, but
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Years
To an
of planning.
extent, Bart.
Great. So now the only voice roles I've got
But
left.
yeah, you know what these...
So now the only voice roles I've got left are a butler and two little girls.
So yeah, you know what this means, guys. Now Bart can finally be
Coronation.
the king of Ave.
Unless they pull, like,
Hold on.
Hey, if anything, I'm your friend, right? Sig, you won't change no matter what I do, will you?
What is the matter, young master?
Nah, I guess I have to do what I was asked. My good people of Ave, this is Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Ave, son of Edbart Fatima IV, the 18th king of Ave.
I thought I was going to say, yo, my homies or something. I don't know.
Hey, he ain't Marie Antoinette now. First, one must apologize for the trouble caused by one's unavoidably touchy
Yes.
subject of history. One especially wants to give one's condolences to those who lost family against Kislev. One will immediately call a truce with Kislev and begin reparations to victims of both countries. All citizens drafted as soldiers will also be allowed to return home. Let us work together towards the rebuilding of Ave! One also has another final but important message. A declaration from the will of Edbart IV, who wished only for peace for his kingdom Ave. I, Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Ave, do hereby declare,
I won't call
from this
myself
day
one.
forward, I shall abandon the monarchy and create the Republic of Ave.
Gasp! Don't worry, soon it will become the Galactic Empire.
Your master.
What in Ave are you doing?
I'm abdicating. What else? This is my father's wish. I'm sorry. You both have worked so hard for so many years to restore me to the throne, but hey, this gives a way for me to remain in the party. And now I'm no longer in line to be king.
What are you saying? You've been going through all that for fucking
Unbelievable.
nothing.
Utterly horrific.
Master Sigurd?
Can't you hear the crowd sigh? It's so repetitive. They have chosen you as their king. You're going to be very busy.
Sig,
Not their king
I'm a playable
anymore.
character. I can't stay.
Won't you lay some capable assistance?
Well, here goes nothing. What, is he just gonna go back on his declaration?
No, again, it's gonna be more important later. For now, we have a bit more important matters to attend to, like learning one or two things from both Mason and Sigurd from what happened in some of the previous parts.
Seriously, how funny would that be if he literally just went, actually, that was my bad. We're still keeping the monarchy, folks. Never mind that last bit.
But I just don't want to be called one anymore. Oh, young master, you still haven't rested yet?
Oh, Mason, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What is it?
Where was Sigurd born?
From your mom's vagina? Young master, then.
He has blue eyes.
Yeah, remember.
Fatima Jasper.
Well, it was long ago, when His Majesty and I were still young. Long before His Majesty knew my young master's mother. His Majesty was in love with a certain girl from a small religious sect east of Arme.
Oh god, Sigurd's my father.
This sect was quite different from Nisan and the Ethos, but she was very beautiful. Then, she just disappeared. Later, there were rumors of her having a child.
Oh my
Close,
god!
Jova. Sigurd is the bastard brother of Bart.
As far as I know, it was the opposite. His Majesty was abandoned.
So Dwibs' joke actually works. How
Yeah.
terrifying.
Indeed, when he was 18,
10.
he was assigned to His Majesty King Edbar as a treasure.
And then he was
Choir.
kidnapped by Solaris. Great job.
Okay,
He wasn't the best parent.
Okay, I'm gonna have to process this for like a few hundred hours.
I mean, in a way, this twist doesn't feel like
Your master.
Hey Sigurd, you're the king now. Yeah, I can't sleep.
Yeah, so much has happened at once.
I just
You're
had
telling me.
I just had the motherload of all tons dropped on me, bro. Hey, Sig, what was your mother like?
She died when I was but a child. Why?
I said what she was like, not what she died of.
Do you have any memories of her? What kind of person she was?
Well, she was very kind.
Uh-huh.
When I was born, it seems the doctor told her that she did not have long to live.
This is Revenge of the Sith.
She lived in constant fear. As a result, even if she met someone she liked, her fear of death was her drawback.
You see,
Worried that she could not be with me to the very end.
you see, Master. She lost the will to live.
What about your father?
There
He
was no
isn't supposed
father.
to know when I was born.
Oh, don't
However-
tell me.
Even for not knowing, he still treated me like a son.
Why didn't you tell him you were his son?
If my mother hid that fact, there had to be a reason.
There is more to my father's will than what I declared today. I must share my inheritance with my brother. He also said, you must split. You and your brother share with the people. That had always bugged me until now. I didn't know what he meant. That's all I wanted to say. Good night. Yeah, I know we're
Rough
brothers,
Mike.
so yeah. My bro.
Unfortunately, we don't have much time really to dwindle on the whole Republic thing. There will be, someone to attend in the meantime. For the time being, we have some battle plans to do.
Thanks to you, Ave has been taken back from Shakan and Gebler, and I guess Kislev is now taken care of since the war will be done with them.
Yeah,
Now, in
Choo-choo's
order to
still
free other
here,
limbs.
guys.
yes.
Yes, she is, Shiroi. Isn't she a darling?
We must destroy the two other gates.
We've learned from Shakan's notes that the gates form the points of a triangle. One point was the Great Mausoleum. Two others remain, but we only know where one is. So we're gonna have to Final Fantasy this and find them all.
Yes, under the Ethos headquarters. However,
It wasn't there when we followed Stone under the Ethos' headquarters. If it really is there, it must be buried deep beneath the earth.
how are we gonna destroy it then? That's my line. By combining
Coming in.
by combining everyone's power. What are we gonna do with everyone's gear? Dig a giant hole in the ground? What's wrong with that?
This is not Gurren Lagann Choo-Choo. I'm sorry.
Or
yeah,
maybe
those
it
come out for another
is.
decade.
It will take years.
Maybe the
Not if
cause
you
of-
believe enough.
What if we use the Shevat's cannon?
By the way, that was my line for,
I tried it already.
and that was my line for this part. So, all right.
Thanks, Rico. You're still here.
So it must be something more powerful than Shevat's cannon.
And we don't have a Gepler battleship.
Yeah, two.
Well, shit.
Or kind
Maybe
of
we
stuck.
should ask Godzilla for help.
Is there any weapon that powerful on Earth?
Gabler battleships and Shavat's cannon are the most powerful weapons ever produced by man.
I wonder if
I man, though.
perhaps the core is a prequel to Burn the Gun.
But I seem to remember seeing something.
What?
A weapon with firepower like those two. Yeah! I got it! Fatima Jasper! Her gun can take out a mountain. What about that? Or Fort Jasper.
Yeah, it's Fort.
Yeah, with that abbreviation, it comes off like
Cheaton seems to
Fort
be
Jasper.
disagreeing, though.
However powerful the Jasper may be, how are we going to aim it at the EFO's headquarters? To damage something that deep underground, we would have to attack it from directly above. But the Jasper gun is...
Yes, of course.
What? Are you saying we should just move Fort Jasper on top of Babel?
Well, you said it, not me. Now that you mention it, Babel does overlook the headquarters. If we shoot it from there, it might just possibly be able to reach that far underground.
But how can we move Fort Jasper?
With our mechs.
It's impossible. Something that heavy.
I would like to remind you, Dej, that 3 gears could not manage to move decently at just one battleship.
If only Tifa was here.
Didn't the control room in
Yeah.
Babel control a cannon or something? I think it moved the giant mirror outside. You might have forgot it, but yes, that's one thing that we did once we climbed with it.
Mariah.
Maria.
Maria.
No, so-
It's Maria, you dolt. I never heard about anything like that.
But it might be there. Let's go check.
sorry, for a moment I got her mistaken with Mariah Carey.
No
Okay.
problem.
Christmas
no
is
problem.
over.
Wait a
Hold on,
moment.
Cheetah is actually...
A giant mirror and a giant cannon, both from the same ruins? There just might be something in this.
And no,
Really?
Christmas is early.
Like what?
Ah, I have solved the puzzle.
No, god damn it. Put that top hat away, Cheetah. It does not belong to you. Puzzle? What
Give that
puzzle?
I got 50 Picarats. The Babel and Jasper ruins are from the same civilization, one far more advanced than our own. Do not the two stretches seem similar to you? Got it.
Hey,
course
Stretches.
Yoda.
Shakespeare.
I believe they were both built with gears and the whatever in mind.
Power civilization. Yeah, I noticed that, but what's it all mean?
It means the people who built that giant mirror at Babel Tower knew about the giant gun at Jasper. That's
Of
kind
course, it's
Hold
all
on.
coming together. What are you getting at?
We can probably assume the mirror was built to reflect something. That something being a beam shot from the Jasper gun. I always see that in my...
Reflect? You mean the mirror can reflect a beam attack?
Well, of course, Faye. Haven't you ever played a Zelda game? Long ago, Babel and Jasper must have been at war. Not exactly. The Babel mirror and Jasper gun were combined to make one weapon. Of course! What do you mean?
But those things are so far apart. How could they be one weapon?
Science, yo!
Hmm.
Put them together like puzzle pieces?
Yes. Well, the gates may be far apart, but aren't they still one device?
Yes, I see what you mean, but
Look, Ellie, just put them together and what have you got? Bippity boppity boo.
Look, if anyone has any better ideas, I'm all ears.
What did they use that weapon for?
That I do not know.
Wow, Cheeton doesn't know something. Or he does and he's just jostling us again.
Aim the Jasper gun at the mirror and fire. The mirror will reflect the beam on the gate.
what could possibly go wrong?
Hey, it works when I play it in Zelda.
Do you think it will work?
Theoretically, it will require a few minor adjustments.
You didn't say
Adjusting
certainly,
the mirror is
though.
going to be rather difficult and tedious.
If the two weapons are one, then it should not be too difficult.
I beg to differ.
I hope. It sounds dangerous. I think it was meant to reflect shots back at the enemy. If you're wrong, it'll come back and hit you.
Yeah, good point.
Yes, that is why it is most difficult for the gun crew. The mirror must be hit precisely.
So yeah, it may kill you, but let's still try it.
We will need to divide into two teams. Again, if anybody has a better idea, I'm all ears. While the other will
Okay,
adjust the
Cheeton,
angle to the
but
mirror
you're
to ensure
beyond
the beam
firing team.
hits the EFO's headquarters. Sure. Since this was my idea, I will take the dangerous part of adjusting the mirror, see?
You will see very quickly when his task is actually probably the easiest one.
Oh.
Alright, you go. And you take care of that.
Yeah,
fucking
the sad part.
It seems like your type of job.
The sad part is that
I'll go
Cheetan.
too. Doc might need help.
The sad part is that Cheetan is my favorite character, but I don't think it's for the reason Takahashi intended.
No,
You
again,
only with just Shitan and Faye. I
Again-
better go too.
again, let's just keep that thing piling up. I will be elaborate everything in due time.
Shitan! What is up with you, sir?
So the mirror team is gonna be Faye, Cheetan, and Ellie. So someone who actually will have to fire the gun, like
It's like
Billy.
Jova said, the Cheetan is the ultimate troll. I just...
He's
Pretty
insufferable,
much.
and I can't even be mad at him, honestly.
So Billy will operate the gun while there you go. While Bart and Choo Choo will defend him.
Yes, then it's
I'm
settled.
helping. What am I to do?
You see, she...
You go with Cheetan and aim the mirror at the EFOS headquarters. We'll aim the Jasper gun at the mirror. I'll be stuck in hell with Choo Choo, and we'll aim the
Well,
Fatima
see,
Jasper
Bart,
gun.
you mentioned about giving permission when that fucking thing tried to.
Oh
jump
god,
the leg.
these guys again.
Anyway, okay, let's go. Do him some.
Allowing the contact with Shivat.
Not only Sheva, the Ignis defeat, the Thames retreat, and yes, even Elru, you.
Are made of stew.
Pedro,
Useless. As always.
Daj,
Affirmative.
Lives.
Trash.
What did you just say?
Trash.
You're trash.
It's the truth. Pedro,
And just what is that attitude? You should show some loyalty. If I say you're trash, you're trash.
How dare you ridicule me by calling me trash? Damn you!
all Ramsos cannot catch
He's
a
so
break.
angry.
God.
Calm down, Commander. It's not good for you.
Yes, don't be so angry.
But he just called me trash.
I can't with these people.
You still haven't recovered from the last battle.
Don't remind me.
We have plenty of copium in this room if you need some.
Labs are probably on their way to destroying the gate. Fucking typos, but not this time. Pedro,
I'd like to see your intrinsic quote-unquote powers.
Daj,
If they aren't the trash, we figure out.
Damn.
Oh my god, they just jumped out of existence.
Myung, monster ship, get to him. This time, I'll go myself, and I'll bring him down if it is the last thing I do.
Commander, you can't go out there like that.
It's all I have left.
Are you deaf?
I mean, my hair is covering a lot
Pedro.
of my ears.
Commander, request permission to handle the situation?
the elements will take care of it.
You all?
Yes, it's us. We'll do our best to meet your expectations.
Commander, please, you must get medical attention.
To make our ideals a reality.
Well then, we are off.
But
But he
say
didn't answer.
anything.
He literally has an all-female squad who will do anything.
By
It's
the
a-
way, the official
Man, what a
explanation.
chat.
What is never properly told in game, the official explanation on why Calvena actually keeps her eyes closed is because she essentially concentrates her ether. So if she opens them up, it will essentially provoke a discharge, a magic discharge, essentially.
Oh,
Okay.
this is Cyclops.
No,
Kinda.
see, here's the thing. It's two things. One, Takahashi has used Shitan and turn major trollage into an art form. Like,
You know, right? Like, honestly, he's
You can
insufferable,
still
but
tell
that's
though
what we
that
love
Cheetah is
about him.
supposed to be the fan favorite of a writing team.
Oh, yeah.
But again, all of it will become clear before the end of the game, and there will be enough explanation for me to essentially sum up the life and chronicle of a traveling
Yeah.
doctor.
And-
Honestly, at this point, too, I won't be surprised if by the end, Cheetah walks in front of the group and says, "Very well done. The simulation is
yeah.
over." And then he reveals all the cameras that have been following them around saying, "Thank you for helping film the best JRPG in all damn time."
and the second thing, And the second thing is, I love how these supposed evil refined council who are above, all the petty mortals, literally resort to literally trash talking right now.
Yeah, they did.
And poor Ramsus cannot catch a break.
Well, again, one thing Ramses can say that he's got an entire team of girls who will do anything for him.
You see,
So he finally got some breakers.
I'm starting to understand why, despite the clearly flawed translation, nobody has bothered to give a French translation to this, despite easily being able to do so. This translation does give the game a unique personality that...
Oh, without a doubt, honestly. Like, look,
it's all Richard's magic. There's also stuff like saying, every time someone needs to, address with a derogatory someone, we just call them punk.
Yeah, even in his early days, Richard already knew how to make how to give a script character. Clearly.
And honestly, look, like a lot of the major issues we've had with the story were apparently still things in the original, so I can't even really blame the story problems on the localization. So if anything, no, this is definitely a localization that does give this game a wonderful sense of charm.
And I want to remind everyone that Richard had to literally squeeze these things out of his life force 4 months sleeping in an office.
Yep.
Jesus
hey, you know
Christ.
what? You know what? The good thing, though, this is what apparently helped him really kick off his career, despite how the game didn't sell the
Like I said, Jova, Square looked at this guy. Wait, after all the crap you've put you through, you're not quitting? Holy shit, this guy's a moron! This guy's a moron! Let's keep him around! He'll do anything we ask of him.
Anyway, see you for the next part, where we try that plan suggested and see if it can actually work, literally finding a giant mirror. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.